Hi guys, welcome to SJ Chatroom. My name is Sharon. I'm a SJ and I'm happy to be here. And today we are joined with hiyo ni kizungu kweli. Anyway, and today we have a very amazing young lady. She's going to tell us her name and introduce herself to us. Then we'll go back to our topic. Karibu.
Thank you. Thank you, SJ. My name is Rose Poka. That's a P-O-K-A. And I am an enthusiastic young lady, happy about being young and appreciative of the fact that we have life and we have every day to us. Yes, I am passionate about charity. I am passionate about moving with young people, mentorship, and most importantly, I'm passionate about moving to the next level and bringing change to this community. Impact. Yeah.
Oh, nice one. So, is Foka your real name or ile name? So you've mentioned something about being an enthusiast of youth things. So there's this award called President's Award. Tell us about it. What is this President's Award that we always hear about?
Wow. The President's Award is an non-formal education framework. It's a framework for non-formal education that is franchised into countries. It's an international program that was started in 1956 in the UK by the late Prince Philip and two other men, Dr. Kathan and Sir John Hunt. Their main intention or the framework is for young people between 14 and 24 years. And what we do is balance it in such a way that it is divided into 3 levels. The 3 levels are bronze, silver, and gold. Then the 3 levels again are divided into 4 major sections: skill, physical recreation, and voluntary service. And the 4th section is the adventurous journey section. And at the gold level, there's an additional requirement called the residential project. Yeah, so in each level, there's a specified time requirement for one to complete the sections, but the sections have to be completed in each and every level. So, for instance, at bronze level, I'll pick my skill, run through it for 3 to 6 months, and then pick a voluntary service, pick a physical recreation activity, do the 3 activities concurrently every week for at least an hour for 3 to 6 months for bronze, 3 months, 2 activities there. 6 months, the 3rd activity, and then I do my adventurous journey. Yes, so it is balanced in such a way that it takes in your physical, makes your physical self more proactive, also works on your mental self, and it also satisfies the adventurous self in most people. Like for me, I like to adventure, I like to travel, I like nature, so it actually satisfies and fulfills the adventurous self.
Nice one. So how do you think that the award has helped like young people?
I am young people to start with. I have done the award from bronze through to gold. And at an individual level, before I go to a broad perspective, it has helped me to be able to speak out, to be able to express. I was a very timid little girl when I joined high school as the girl. And I joined the award at Form 1 when I joined high school. And now this is where you were forced to become active, proactive, take part in these activities, express what you have done to the wider society. And when you're doing voluntary service as well, most of what I used to do was to associate with other people through tutoring or through helping the elderly and other people around the institution. So I had to interact with people. So it opened me up to expressing myself more, becoming more confident, and being able to actually talk to people, because I used to be quite reserved to myself.
You don't seem like
I can't explain how that just disappeared. And today I speak until sometimes people have to stop me and like, yes, that's enough for today. Yeah. So it helped me to be confident. It has helped me to become more knowledgeable, get to gain more skills. I am able to do beadwork. I can make this. I am able to do mat making. I am able to do, like, apart from the skills I've captured, the physical skills, I have also captured a lot of soft skills or universal skills. Like persistence, perseverance, humility, I have also been able to learn how to work with other people because, well, to be honest, that is one of the hardest things I have had to learn.
Sure.
Considering that at first I used to be reserved and did not like to associate with people, having to learn to work with people well and be able to associate with them properly has been something I have really learned in the WORD program. Yes, I am also a volunteer of the WORD program. So as I volunteer with other young people. So it continues to expand my scope of knowledge, my network, and also the ability to communicate and interact with other people. Yeah, so also keeps me physically fit. It has inculcated in me the spirit of staying physically fit. Even after completing the award, I still feel like I want to do physical fitness activities, go hiking, do some push-ups here and there, and just remain physically fit. Yeah.
Nice one. In the award, there is that section for the adventurous journey. Which is the toughest trail you've ever gone to?
My toughest trail that I have ever done was it is called Elephant Hill. It was a cold, rainy season. It was muddy. The place does not have strong trees that you can hold yourself onto. It has baobab. It has bamboo.
Yeah.
It has bamboo, and bamboo, if you strong, if you hold on to it too hard, it will break and you're going to fall. So the mud was heavy, the bamboo, I was feeling unwell. It just felt like I am not going to finish this. Yeah, but then that was just a one-day trek. I think the other one that was really difficult for me was Kerio Valley.
I know, me too.
I know you will agree with me that well, Kerio Valley, day one is Changach, day two is Murkomen, and oh my God, I don't want to remember.
It's actually also, for me, it's actually the toughest trail I've gone to. Kerio, no. Even if I'm given 100 million, I'm not going back to Kerio.
Who's giving us 100 million? Because I will go back again and
back.
again.
I can't go.
Now I have the confidence to say that, but back then I also dreaded having gone when I came back. Yeah.
And then I had bad shoes, so you can imagine.
I think one of the biggest ahas of hiking is usually having proper shoes.
Yeah.
If you don't have proper shoes, you will have a bad hiking experience.
Now that you've mentioned about aha, which is your aha moment in PA, in President's Award?
The President's Award has become part of my life. So to be honest, like every day becomes aha. Every day has a new beautiful moment for me when I'm in the award. Yes, but I would like to say that probably my biggest aha moment was when I got a chance to be able to represent young people in Ghana in 2018, and now have also gotten an opportunity to be able to represent young people worldwide, represent young people in Africa in the International Council, which feels like a dream come true, and like my God is answering prayers. Yes.
One thing I've come to realize is that it really takes a long time for God to, like, God will always come at the right time. Probably if He blessed you some years back, you will not be able to handle whatever you've been given right now, because I'm equipped in a way. So you've talked about representing President's Awards or young people in the International Council. Did you expect it? Or what was your first reaction when you heard that you've been elected?
Let me start with, did I expect it? They say delay is not denial, and I think I was not really prepared for this. I was not really very confident about this. But one thing I have been taught by one of our mentors in the award by the name Wangari is that the worst that can happen when you try is for you to fail. Yeah, so this is one moment when I had to put that into action. I just had to try because I felt competent, but I also felt like even many other young people who have done the award are equally competent. Yes. So my reaction when I first got it was through an email, and as usual, the first thing they send when they're sending an email to, I have made a lot of work applications, and you see when you're rejected, they start with a lot of this and that. Hello, we are happy to inform you that we are sorry, we regret, and then now they say the most painful part. So when I started reading this very long email, at first I felt like it's the normal we regret email, so. let's see where this goes. But I still read and read and read. And then I got to that point when they were confirming that, wow, you have been elected by other young people to represent Africa region in the international foundation, in the international council. It felt like, oh my God, am I dreaming? Is this real? And yes, it is real. And I feel like I am going to do my best. I am going to make sure that I voice out what I feel. I think that's what the award has taught me, to voice out what I feel, to voice out what I think the other people are also feeling. Yeah.
Okay, so what's the process of electing a leader to represent a whole whatever in young leaders in the international council?
We usually have the award, the International Duke of Edinburgh Award Program has 3 triennial activities that happen. Like if one happens this year, the same one will happen after 3 years. Then next year there's another. It happens again after 3 years. Yeah, so one of them is the International Gold Event, IGE. So they previously, before COVID, they used to do an election as the International Gold Event. So young people would attend the event, and then they do the applications, and then they select one from them. They select them from the young people who attended. But post-COVID, it was a bit difficult to attend a physical session of the IGE. So they opened up online applications, and online applications are tedious. But then, just as I've said, there's nothing as bad as you not trying when you know you can't. So the online application includes essays, it includes motivation videos, it included a number of things, some personal information and all. But we were self-nominating. No one would nominate you. You had to get up and decide that, well, I think I can do this. So self-nominate, do all the processes, send, and then there was shortlisting. So after shortlisting, they got back to those who were shortlisted. And then after the shortlisting, they opened up voting. Every country or every national award operator, NAO for short, that is countries that are franchised to offer the award, from the international award now to the countries, NAOs, and then from the countries to award centers like at the university or at high school. So every NAO was giving 5 young people to vote. I am Kenyan by birth. I have grown up in Kenya, and to be honest, I'd say that I cannot even speak for the young people in this country. Like, I could not speak for their votes. They had to decide by themselves, but they decided and they voted for me. And not just those from my country, all the countries in Africa were voting a representative for the African region, 2 representatives for the African region, and they chose myself and a young man from Ghana called Kenya for years. So I am actually really grateful to these young people for believing in me, but at the same time, I believe that every young person has the potential. We are probably just not pushing ourselves to that limit.
What is your role in the as an African representative?
I am not just representing young people in Africa. I feel like I am representing young people internationally in the entire world. But right now, I see it as a representative of the Africa region. Our main intention or our main aim of being in the International Council is for us to voice out the youth perspective, because the council is made of members of the International Award Foundation who are, I'd say, older. Most of them are at some age that I would not call youth. They are still youth at heart, though. Yes. So it is to bring the youth perspective, the young people perspective into the decision-making table. We are actually voicing out what we feel, what would be best for us, what we feel like would work for other young people. Yeah. So they're not just going to be working with the basics, with normals. They're going to work with what will work for us.
You've been working with Mashuru, or is it Mashuru? Yes. So tell us about Mashuru.
We have said that at the gold level, there's an additional requirement called the residential project. So for Egerton University in 2018, I was one of the volunteer unit leaders, and we chose a project for building a school or a learning center in a place called Mashuru, which is quite remote. And we had learned from one of our students and participants in the award that they did not have schools very close to their home. So children would go to school at around the age of 10 years. That was a bit disheartening because I remember at 10 years I was at around class 5, 6, So I can just imagine a child, myself at class 5, now going to kindergarten.
Yeah.
It is not very easy. Even the mind needs to develop a different rate. Yes, so we went and with the help of the institution, finance-wise, and also with contributions from the young people in the award, we went and built a classroom to start up the school. Yes, so over the years, we have taken that up as our residential project, progressive residential project. So we have been building classes every year with the exception of the COVID period, which brought a bit of disruption. Yes, so we build the classrooms so that these children can go to school earlier, so that these children cannot go to hard cattle and forget about school, so that these young girls cannot leave school as soon as they finish class 8 because they're old enough for marriage, so that there is more empowerment than just going to school. So that even the teachers right now are also members of the community who have studied, but they're not empowered enough to go out there. But this school has come close to them, so it has also created employment for them, and they're able to give back to the community. Mashuru is a place that is close to my heart because apart from just the school, I have done with Globally Reconnect, we have done a survey in the area, in the entire Mashuru area, to just figure out the life, figure out what they do, figure out the skill sets they hold, and believe you me, these people have a lot in them. Their potential is so big, but sometimes they do not see how big the potential is. At other times, they do not have the necessary resources to explore their full potential. Yes, so they have a lot of land, they have a lot of cattle, but the land is relatively dry. Like right now, it is really dry. The last time I was there, like a month ago, I felt like I would cry at the sight of carcasses of not just cattle, but also wild animals. You meet as of a zebra, and it is painful because this is a place with a lot of potential. If there was enough water, if there was enough farming, if there was enough grass, these animals would not die. So I don't know, Mashuru is just a whole different story in itself. I hope one day we have a chance to just talk about Mashuru. They do a lot of breeding, they have great talent.
What's the biggest challenge that you've encountered while in Mashuru?
So I think I'd answer this from the perspective of what are the challenges, the priority list that we have created for the people of Mashuru. Top of the list is water. Those people do not have clean, safe water for drinking, and those who do have very little of it. Most people do not have proper access to water. Yes, that does not allow. That prevents them from doing activities like farming or like keeping more livestock, and many other challenges that come with the lack of water. The other thing that they do not have is they do not have very good access, especially the interior areas. The main roads are very good, but the interior areas are not very good roads. And then the main challenge that you have noticed at the school, Embullion Ducal Learning Center, that we started, is that the children sometimes do not have enough to eat at home. So they will not come to school because they're not of good health, they're not of this or that. And I feel like if there was, we were able to get a lasting solution, probably a feeding program or a self-sustaining institution where they're doing their own agriculture and they can feed the kids in the school, it would probably make it easier and more popular and more like a better place for the kids to learn. Mashuru has a whole long list of challenges, and I think that's a whole conversation we're going to pick on someday.
Okay, so probably the last question. How do you join the President's Awards?
I am glad you asked because to join the award is easy. As long as you're between the age of 14 and 24, you can join the award through an award center if you're in an award center that franchises the award. So if you're in an award center, you could figure out from the dean of students or such offices if they franchise the award, and then you will just join by paying a registration fee, and then we put our data or log in what we have done on an online record book, so we'll be guided on how to open that. If you're not in an institution that franchises the award, there's also an opening called the Open Award Program, where any young person who's not in an award center that franchises the award can still do the award. The award is an individual thing. It is self-directed, apart from the adventurous journey and the residential project, which are group activities, so someone can do it from anywhere. The only limit would be your age, which definitely has to be there, because every institution has to be run by some restrictions. Yeah.
Okay. Nice one. Thank you very much for finding time to come to our channel. We are very happy to have you here, and we hope that you're going to come back again for more.
We have left a lot of pending conversations, so I am definitely looking forward to coming back. And probably before we close this, I would like to just emphasize that it is important to give back, it is important to volunteer, it is important to share what we have, because everyone has something to offer. No one has everything and no one has nothing. None of us can exist alone by ourselves. So it is important to keep giving back at our capacity. I may not have all the money to share with the people, but I have the time to volunteer. I have this or that I can share with the person. I have food to share with my neighbor. Someone else has something else they can share with me. So do not get tired of giving back. Do not get tired of sharing what we have, even knowledge, even in the littlest, even mentorship. Everything that you share is going to be rewarded in some way, and someone is always watching you. You may think that what you're doing doesn't matter, but there's someone somewhere that is watching you and would like to step into your shoes someday. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you, dear viewers, for watching SJ Chatroom. We hope that if you have not subscribed, please subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you.
Umestop your video? Yeah, I actually do want to say it.
Sawa, go enda huko.
No,
Actually,
sijachomwa najua.
wewe iseme mimi
Sijachomwa najua. Nataka kusema hiyo.
Acha anataka yeye iseme.
Ready when you are.
Oh my God.